obviously we're having cyber stalking. We're recording and it stopped, and so we're going to try this over again. First of all, family members, beloved royal family members, it was lovely to see family members I hadn't seen in a while. Yes, I remember you, and so we did that too. And so family came today, more family, and I saw them. Yes, I remember you, and so we just want to let you again too. So and it was wonderful, and so we just want to let you. So when we arrived here. We arrived here this evening. When I arrived here, of course, I was happy, and they noticed I didn't things they said didn't bother me. So and then all of a sudden they start. They get those two soldiers, are American soldiers. They're both black. One's just really light. The one's with crutches, and the blacker one. And Archangel Michael said, "Don't be soft on that. They'll both try to kill you." I seem to vaguely remember that one, but it said, and I know that I had visions early this morning that they would actually try to do something. He would actually try to do something. We believe Archangel Michael. So they're like harassing and trying to, how they harass for the best side not to Germany. The man tried to follow me down the street. Get away from me when I was trying to come here. If everybody seen the man with the crutches, he was harassing me with his mouth. He's an American soldier, so it's a black one. They're soldiers that thought they tried to get in here, and they were trying to help to try to stabilize Switzerland, along with the black man that said he wanted to see the contract, and he was also put me out of the other place of Frank Thomas. He was born in abduction, along with that other one that woman that was a lighter that said she was me, was born in abduction, and tried to do things to us before the police sting. And she's an imposter, all imposters, trials, and fake one, mad use of not government, and wish everybody in general, all those people. And so I'm Nicholas Short. That black man and that woman that you see, that's not a woman. I understand it's not a woman. She was also under abduction. These people were harassing us before the police sting and doing things to us. And so they said that black man for abduction, he exposed himself to my beloved Royal Malcolm husband, Shabi and I. They held us at Frank Thomas during the abduction. It was a place where there was for people who were incapacitated, couldn't get around very much, mobile. Like the man, I think the woman said that it was either her husband or her brother had a car accident, and that's why he was there, and there were some handicapped people, and they held us at that facility. The man exposed himself to try to rub his nasty parts on us. Like the rescuers were coming, so he couldn't do it, so he took a gun and started killing the people. We've never seen these people short and little kid size. They may have been dwarfed, some of them, but they're the full height as they were then, as they are now, basically the same. And they just may be fatter. The skin may be darker because of the shots. And so we want to let you know too. So that tonight they let the Badges Dynamite Nazi Germany people, those two black soldiers, one just lighter, and he's black, and the blacker one, and they harass and get smart and say, I'm nothing, it's this, it's somebody else, it's not you, you're nothing, nobody. And then they start to escalate, because they saw I was happy and nothing bothered me. They said what they said, just was really, really quiet. So I was happy to see everybody. Hi, everybody. I was happy to see all those that I saw today, along with others. You see me speaking to family members, and the people don't know who they are, because it's too. And so and so we saw I saw other family members today from when I was a little kid, so I remember them too. So we're going short. So they're escalating the black soldiers from Badges to San driving people the moment, the crutches. Okay, and his partner harassed me for the Badges to San like the rest of them doing. That White Housey woman, she harasses. And then they finally start to escalate. The black man and then that thing's supposed to be a woman that told people she harassed us all the time, saying she was going to kill me and become me. She was running an abduction along with that black man. She's another one. And so she said, we'll put you out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We'll put you outside. You have to go. If you don't, I tried to talk to Abado Nasik Bendo Naftali Jr. Yes, Naftali Bennett. Naftali Jr. And so they told me I could say that to him today, so I didn't. I heard it. You can't talk to him. Get out. That thing that was running abduction that told me to get out of my own side of our own things, and the black man tried to help escalate, tried to get me put out, in those American soldiers, and that White Housey woman who stalks and she looks like the White House, and she harassing me, and another woman had been harassing too, and she left the dining room, but they're harassing, and she's getting smart. Problem, you can't talk to anybody in the dining, but everybody else is talking to each other. I can't, and so they're really criminal, and they're really insane. So now I want to tell you, they're also wanted for a Rwandan genocide. That's right, they killed Rwandans. That black man says he wants to contract, they kept putting me out, and that one that said it would kill me and become me, this lighter, but I understand it's actually a man. they're homosexual anyways, all of them. That black woman, she's one of her Rwanda genocide, the one that was mad because she couldn't try to make me into a effeminate, and she was on a kid abduction, and she was going to help to kill us anyway. She was on a kid abduction, and that white man with her that they came in here that day, and that woman just lied about since she's up in the World Bank. She told people she was me, and I remember her from a long time ago. She's in Pastor Charles, and she told that man to kill me, and because she needed a man. She said, and they tried to kill me the next day. Him, and that black woman. They're wanted for Rwandan genocide. They killed Rwandans who tried to steal the gold from the bad USA Sodomite not serving people. Archangel Michael said that before we started recording. So the one for Rwandan genocide. That black man's not Kijali. He killed King Kijali's people and the people with him. That woman that tried to say to me, she's a Leah woman. A Leah woman stabbed him in his throat off the coast of Russia and Varna. Was going around telling lies that she was going to be with him. She wasn't going to be with him, and she was trying to hurt him and his wife for the bad USA Sodomite Nigerian people were trying to steal their gold. These people that you see harassing and getting smart, they're wanted for Rwandan genocide. They kill Rwandans. They killed Rwandans, and Archangel Michael's not going to lie, and they seem like they would have done it. They look like they probably would have done that, the way they act and everything, and the way they behave. So they really need to go. So we want them to be arrested really quickly. So that woman thing tries to keep them talking to Abdul Nasik Bindal Naftali Jr. and our relative who's the manager who speaks fluent Arabic and is also Abdul Nasik, so two from the Middle East. So they have to go. They're trying to do stuff, and they have to go. Along with that man with Jenny, he's also involved, the one that exposed himself to held us at gunpoint in this room and exposed himself to us, along with that man that killed his parents. That day he had that man that killed his parents to try to hold the rescuers at bay while he tried to just rape and kill us quickly and then try to tell a lie about what happened. They had guns. And he's also one for Rwandan genocide as well. You know how bad it's to Sodomite not to jump people had to do something to them, to Rwandans, they caused the death and the genocide of Rwandans. We just want to let you again too. So basically that's it. And so we're telling you that they're wicked and they did dirty things, and I think they're going to try to do things. So our family, we know they're trying to hurt us, so we want everybody to be extra careful because they're really quite wicked and really quite crazy, and they act like they can do anything they want to do. 75% of the population is wicked and crazy and does anything that they want to do. And basically what God says, he destroys all the wicked because there's no repair for the sins they committed is caused permanent brain damage and permanent physical metabolic damage because they mix with animals and mix with pollen things and because they can't be. So they're destroyed. So please, it doesn't go backwards. Everybody knows that. And so we just hold on to our God and hold fast and hold tight and follow our beloved royal God who's God alone, the true God who's God alone, who's King of the universe, his rules and laws and as best as we can and do as we're supposed to do, our God will protect us. We're in a seal that God has sealed us and we will be. So we just know that. We can read about the seals in our beloved book of Daniel and other parts of our Tanakh and Torah. We just know that everything in configuration will be. The people who attacking and getting smart and trying to do things, they're not going to be. And don't think they're not trying to kill people because they are. But they can't because God is keeping them from doing that. I understand the woman in the green coat was arrested, pulled aside. She had a weapon. And the woman in the red coat, she was also caught. So just let you, so it's obviously they didn't get anything. And they're doing dirty things. They keep trying. They lost. Everybody knows, if they don't believe in our beloved God who's the true God, who's the true God and King of the universe, that everybody knows the wicked will leave and not be, eventually, ever again. They will leave for eternity. So we know that the bad people that try to hurt us leave for eternity, they're not going to be. There will be anything, a repeat of what the things that we see that attack, and it would never be again. There will never be again. But we will be. Me and my beloved my husband, Charlie Lee, our Rothschild family, our Beamers, our families, our kids, our citizens, people, our animals, they will be, and our very, very large kingdom, everybody, our beautiful and holy kingdom, our eternal kingdom, blessed forever and ever, never to be transferred to the people. We will be. So this is it. We're going to be. And so and we're quite excited and quite happy because we know that our beloved God who's God alone will protect us and keep us safe underneath his pinions, and he sent us hierarchy angels up, remain the servants of love that God to help and protect us as well. We will be. We love our God who's God alone, who's King of the earth, the true God, and that's the way it's going to be. The people you see attacking at your smart are nasty and dirty to do anything. They leave. That's it. I want to talk about the ability our relative who our relative married to our relative Dan Levy and was married to his brother, and then they did something to them, and they poisoned her and him, and you know, because this is one of our palace annexes, so we just wanted like the two, and that's why we were here so long. We told you taking care of and trying to make the jiffy, because we all own that too. So to do so, she had ability, a special ability. God gave her ability to be able to show things in the future, and I remembered that yesterday and this morning. It's what she said, and so she showed me what I would look like when I got older, and so she said if I lived right, and so she said and didn't do bad things, so just too, and she told me how people would try to hurt me. But she said, but God would protect me and I would be all right. So she said, and but she showed me if you're wicked and you do dirty things. She let me know what a wicked person, the Badgesy Settlement after people, stalking people, harassing people look like if they do dirty things and worship the thing that's not our God and all kinds of dirty, filthy things. And Mr. Sid. And so we worship whatever level of God is God alone. And she showed me, and I saw, I remembered that, and I said, well, how do you know that? How, she told me how I would have long hair and how they had to keep my haircut hidden and it grew long, but not as long as everybody would want their hair to be. So and they would keep it a certain way so people couldn't notice things. So just that too, and they noticed us anyway. And so we were together. And so to make long short, she showed me all these things, and I have that. I have long hair. It's grown a lot longer. And so she said, and how it look, and I look like our family. I look like everybody. So and I know I look like everybody. I have family hair, and so and I was amazed when I remembered her ability, and so that's one of her abilities. So she could show things like Prince William Allen and Lenu of Denmark and Madagascar, Queen Margrethe, Doda Ima, Queen Margrethe's son, by Crown Prince Philip and Joachim, Prince Joachim, their brother. He had had a hologram ability, and like my birth dad. He had like our uncle dad and my birth dad had. He could levitate, so he could levitate things. If you go in his office, are you having a bad day, Dad? What are you thinking about? My birth father, Abadod Nasik Melik, Tsar Sultan of Turkey, Maharaja of India, Tsar of Russia, Melik of Israel, and King of Persia. Yeah, and you walk into his office and other places, he was King of Austria and Hungary too, or Habsburg as well. That was our Tsar. It's been long short, and so make long short. You walk into his office in our palace, and Dad, the stuff floating in the air. And so he said, he just like if you doodle. We told you before, if you doodle, he would be concentrating, and the stuff would lift and move around in the office, his office. So it was one of the things he could do. And so our relative was king of Switzerland before my birth dad. My birth dad became king of Switzerland after the Badgesy Settlement, after German people, Leah people murdered him with the poison tea. But Leah couldn't get him, so he would never leave his wife for her dad. And because they're always sick, and she was with that man that owned contra pieces, and they were being arrested. And she was married to that man. She wasn't a little kid. And so I'm sure that something that goes around and does things to people for their bad use. They settlement after German government people, and they held a gun on Dad, and Dad, they were trying to make us all drink the tea, and Dad said drank the tea to keep them from making us drink the tea. He was going to make us drink the tea anyway, and he was held at gunpoint to drink the tea. He's not going to drink any poison tea. The man held him at gun. Those people died in jail. It said Aaliyah, aka Dana Hutton, escaped. Bush's daughter. Bush helped her to escape. Also, Jenna's sister. Also, Jenna being Bush's wife. This is really disgusting people. So to short, he had hologram ability. One of them, and he could make a hologram or see a hologram. Prince William Allen Elenu of Denmark and Madagascar, he had the hologram ability, and that's the first time we've seen Black Anthony. We got the first time we got to stay up all night. We were in Albania. I think we told you this. We were in Albania, and we got to stay up on a nice hotel. We almost missed breakfast, and we got to stay up. There's a balcony, not a balcony, but a porch like type thing, and at the hotel, a nice hotel, and we got to stay outside and stay up all night, and that hologram is so Black Anthony, Bush's Black Anthony, his son, and he was with him too. He appeared to try to clean up, and he pretend like I didn't know him. He held me at gunpoint, took me from Italy to from Albania. To Albania, from Albania to Greece, he held me at gunpoint. So everybody knew that saw that man was on a kidnap abduction with Tancredi and Bush and Pastor Charles and those people, and but said so just too, and so we saw him in the hologram. The first time we ever saw him, he said what this thing looked like. It was the devil. William said it's the devil, and so we saw that, and then that thing appeared with Bush and Bush's black son and Pastor Charles and Fake Mo and Tancredi and other people, Jenna and what's that? Dr. Ramirez, who's that other one? They're women. Jill and what's that other person's name? Teresa, Colin Powell's daughter, niece, and there's just they were all involved in abduction, and the twins, they were involved in kidnap abduction. They did things. They were grown people stalking us, and we were little kids. So he had a hologram ability too. Prince William Allen Eleni of Denmark. We have abilities. God gave us gifts, and so like when we had our party, we told you something I could do, and the gunmen were trying to hurt everybody, and they saw it, and then they were like and the black one said I was the devil, and he shot himself. He knew that what he saw wasn't of the devil, and then the white one tried to escape and ran down, was running down the stairs and tripped and blew his own brains out. The gun went off and blew his own head off. So the abilities, we have abilities that are from God, and they're quite special, and only when God lets them be revealed or lets us show them. So and all those experiments in Russia, we had a field days in the summer, one summer, and it was really quite nice. And we would have ability, not games, but practices to see what to show what we could do. So we have gifts that God has given us, but we know that's only for when God allows for it to be. So we just went to certain gifts, but that they saw that one at our party, and I know that everybody filmed it, so they were able to show to other people what we could do. So and what they saw when we were little kids, and my beloved husband Simon Malik and I would do this, and so the grown-ups like, okay, like so it's something beautiful. It's not anything risque or obscene or it's holy. So when the attackers came to bother us, God let us let me have to. I got really angry when they started shooting everybody, and I didn't like that. And Mr. said so, and God gave us protection, and we know that bad people would try to do that, and they stormed our palace and tried to do that, and we were having our party, my queen party. And so the gunmen saw, and they frightened him. The one, he shot himself. He knew it was of God, and he tried to escape by killing his own self. And the other one tried to hold us at gunpoint and tried to get away. And God tripped him down the stairs. He blew his own brains out. So we just let that too. So it's quite wrong with that. Just I'm not too many people to do. So we're good people, and we don't do bad things. So I might have said too much about these things, but I'm just telling you that I remembered her ability. They wanted me to speak to you about her, the Archangel Michael. Everybody that when I told her, I remembered what she could do, and as what she said, I looked like that, and the people would try to hurt me. And Mr. said, but if I do all right, and don't do as they do, like they believe in other things other than God, she said the people who do other things and believe in other God, they end up a certain way. We know that. I say this often. I see even our handicapped people are much more beautiful than these people she's talking to saying. And they have handicapped people that are wicked. And they show, we saw, There are handicapped people that of the wicked do wicked things. And don't think the handicapped people didn't leave in the flood, because they did. Just like pregnant people, just like children, just like women, just like old people. All the wicked left, all except for 8 people were found righteous and good enough to be on that ark. Everybody else is gone. So don't think it's the same as it was then, as will be later too. Bad children go, wicked women go, wicked men go, and their animals that were bad go. And this said they hurt the animals. This said, and if they hurt the animals this time, the animals will be gone. But the animals that are good are with us, and we know that God will help the animals. Period. Because they were forced by wicked people to do dirty things. They were tainted and they had to go in the flood. Not this time. Our animals will be. They mix with animals and those things won't be. They created things that shouldn't be. Mix with pollen things, all kinds of things, and doing dirty things. But we will be, and our animals will be. We will be. And that's it. The wicked's locked out. Our animals are good. Our people are good. Our God is good. Our God is great, awesome. Our God is the true God. Our God is King of the universe. And so that's what it's going to be for eternity. Hallelujah. Praise our God, who's God alone, who's the true God and King of the universe. We know will be. What does everyone to say to you? So, it's I have visions, and this morning the visions were strong about that man with those crutches, and he started chasing me down the street this evening to come here. They come in here and they're harassing those people. They're wanted for Rwandan genocide. Even those 2 soldiers obviously did stuff too. To somebody, they came here to try to help destabilize, especially do things to people. To help those wobble, they're wanted for Rwandan genocide. I'm not going to tell you things that aren't true. I'm not going to tell you things that somebody said they didn't say. But I wanted to ask about I said, there's something wrong with them. I know that I realized that the black woman was involved. Something was wrong about her. She was involved. He said they're all involved. They were trying to steal their gold for Baptist Settlement people. We were stalked by Baptist Settlement people. They were threatening to steal King Kijili's wife and kill him and steal their gold for America. And they killed him off the coast of Russia and Varna. Of Leah people you see stalking. Like that woman who tried to, she's not from any World Bank. A person like that, our relative put them in prison. They died in jail. And the Americans tried to clean up others that were with them, tried to cover what they had done. The ones that were in Varna, Varna, off the coast of Russia. Another thing I want to say, okay, I saw that they wanted to show me, I told you how people try to get close up to me, and they get on the side and they're trying to do something, not just getting up to get in the blind spot to try to say something to me. They told me if I had sat on a bench and and I hadn't stood by our palace, it was raining, that woman would have tried, obviously, to try to shoot me on the bench and then try to run off. She wasn't able to get the gun. Archangel Michael said she wasn't able to get the gun out of her pocket where it was fast enough. And I saw her flinch when I said, I saw the time warp. And I said, you're trying to shoot me? You have a weapon? So I saw the guard go towards her. I said, she has a weapon. And then he veered off, and they caught the woman. So they did all that yesterday, trying to help Baptist Settlement people that lie. Because if they were all they say, they wouldn't be lying. Now we're harassing this evening, all of them, and everybody knows. Those women are harassing me for the women. They're trying to kill me and trying to be at my place to kill my beloved husband, Rochester, world beloved families, our world kids, people, even our beloved animals are trying to hurt, they're trying to kill, and trying to force steal, and trying to take over our things they're not going to do, because God said non-transferable. It means that our things are non-transferable, and they won't destroy us because we're going to live for eternity. This is it. They just don't understand. But that's what it's going to be. So it's going to be like that for all eternity. We live for eternity. And how they come in here and try to steal things, they're not stealing anything. They're stupid. They look really stupid. They look stupid. The devil's stupid. And everything that went the wicked way of the devil's stupid. So they see all these things that they'll never touch our things. They gave us these intricate, beautiful things. Like when you get smart, like the woman that got a clerk to try to throw my food I bought at me. and she uses her card, and so I can see, we can see that whatever she used, if she used a card and she was the next in line and telling the clerk to mistreat me in a business that I own, I just pull the receipts and find out who the person was that used her card right behind me. The clerk gets fired for getting smart and doing what that she said not doing people told them to do. We don't really have any cash. And this is it. And they flaunt what they have. They think they have. They don't have anything. And they're apprehended. The angels brought us intricate, beautiful things from heaven above that our God gave to them. The angels did not fall to help us at the end of time for all bad things, because the wicked would be extremely wicked. You see they do things and nope, they act like they don't even, there's nothing. It's too many of them for people to think that it's just a random anything. It's not a random anything. It's the end of time for all bad things, and we can go away, and they know it. And they're at a end. They won't be. It's just over. They won't be, and they know it. And extremely dangerous, and all the angels say must be good. It's like the rabbi said, it tries to get you, the Yetzer Ra, it's the devil, the evil thing tries to get you to do something bad so they can try to kill you. Remember I told you it's better not to help those wicked people, which we don't, and they kill people if the people with them, that help them, and they try to kill you if you don't. It's better that you're on the side of good. And only good people won't be on the side of good anyway. They're not going to be on the side of wicked. We're the good people. Me and my beloved our Rothschild family, our Chapel Beam our families, our kinspeople, and our beautiful citizens, our beautiful kinspeople, our beautiful citizens, and our beautiful animals. We're good. And our beloved royal God is God of the King Universe. Our God is good. And so we just want to say it again to you too. Okay, so now that's all I want to say to you. This is it. And so try to be most careful, safe, and on alert. And I guess that's it. What we wanted to say for right now. And so basically that's it. That's again what we have to say. But that's what I want to say to you. And they did really wrong things today and tried to do terrible things. And basically, I'm trying to keep recording on this beautiful pattern, and I'm getting carried away with the ecstasy. It's ecstasy. I'm having like days of this, switching to and the angels, Archangel Michael, and my beloved Pastor ecstasy. Everybody knows it's ecstasy. They're trying to start trouble because they know we want to finish the blessings, write them so you can see. It's for every day and for every day for all eternity. For everybody who can receive the blessings. They know they don't get, so they start something every day. When I come to try to keep us Parsha, they know that's coming, and try to keep us from the blessings. They're disgusting people that don't get anything. They get total destruction and total damnation for all eternity. Forever and ever. There will never be ever again. Nothing like that. Like these people said, stalking, harassing, attacking, they will never ever be. Not ever again. We don't call them people, because God said they're not people anyway. God says the things that they mix with mankind. And so they said the fallen things mix with mankind. It says that in the book of Daniel. They mix with mankind. It's something of what we said, mixture of fallen things and animals. And people did it willingly. Like they're trying to do stuff to us now. And so they said they're never going to touch us because God won't allow it. And so we're sealed by the love of God alone. Tehillim 91. Psalm 91. Pinions. God's wings. My guardian, his arms, his wings. That's what to do. So he was holding us today. Or the last vision. We have visions of God all the time. It might have been yesterday morning or this morning. We get up close and hold God. God will hold us. And we're so happy for all the angels He sent to help us. Like Wrath and everybody. Wrath is wonderful. That's a wonderful angel. He administers punishment to the wicked. His office is on the 7th level of heaven. And his angels with them administer punishment in hell. But his office is in heaven. So just had to, again, too. And so... and we just want to let you know these beautiful things. And so we'll talk to you as soon as we can. Try to be careful, safe, and on alert. And we'll put the parts up as soon as we can.